and today's topic is removing the hidden fears around death and dying. Whoa, and everything that brings up: vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. So, this is a little bit different than most of my live videos where I'm talking about these really powerful, uplifting subjects I can be really excited about. And this one is based on an experience I had that was pretty humbling and also really honoring. So, what had happened was about a month ago, I received a Facebook message that one of my mutual friends was in the hospital and she wasn't expected to survive the night. Well, yeah, and it brings up a lot of stuff. And after I got over that shock, because I had just talked to her a couple weeks before, and she was really excited about upcoming projects, and there wasn't any information to me that she was ill, but she was. But the thing is like I and my friend, we tapped in to see if like, whoa, is it going to be? Is she going to be okay? Could we do something to help her move through this health condition and then be all right? And so, as part of the energetic work I do, I can tap in remotely with other people's permissions, of course, and then see if there's something we can do to change it. She was unconscious in a hospital bed, and we tapped in and got that, no, there wasn't anything we could do. This was her time to pass. Whoa, and that brings up a lot of stuff. And it did for us at the time, too, because, we wanted to be able to see our friend again. And once we allowed that to digest a little bit, we actually worked with her to kind of ease her transition so that she could transition more peacefully and easily to what comes after this life. Now, even saying that brings up a lot of energy. It's just kind of like, well, wait, is that right to help somebody do that? Because it's a big difference between thinking of something philosophically that we all think that we'd really like to be a supportive person that could help somebody through a situation, and it's another one to really be there. And so all the time I was looking at what can I do to help her, and at the same time, if there is something that she can come back and be okay, I don't want to mess with that. And so what I did was basically just started tapping into what are the things that are fixing her here, why she couldn't move on. And one of the biggest ones was that she was really concerned about her family being okay after she passed. Woo, and that's a legitimate concern, and we all have that. And just recognizing that and working with her to talk to her about that energetically, right? Because we're talking on this level. The thing is if she's unconscious in the hospital, man, this is like such a hard thing to talk about because I really want you guys to understand about how kind and caring I am, and I wouldn't do anything to harm another person. It's really that when it's someone's time to go, what if that can be easy? What if it can be peaceful? And I think what we're kind of doing is I'm kind of getting a little bit off topic here because it was really profound for me. And what I realized when I was helping her through all the lists of things that are challenges and why we want to stay here, why we want to complete tasks that we decided we wanted to complete. Another one that was really big for her was helping the environment. And she's made a big difference, but there's a long way to go. But if you're unconscious in the hospital bed, how much can you really help your family, and how much can you continue to do some of these things? Now, the part is like after I finished going through that, I realized that I had a whole bunch of these challenges myself. I have a whole bunch of these beliefs that were in there, and we never really have a good time to talk about it because a lot of times we talk about death and dying is when someone we really care about has passed through or has gone through a transition, and we're actually really grieving then. So it's really hard for us to do that. Now, the other part around all this stuff that was so surprising for me is after I helped her move through these blocks and limits, I had this profound sense of peace. The sense of peace that doesn't really quite make sense. But what I got is because we have these hidden fears, and these hidden fears around death and dying, we've had them for so long, our entire lives, that we don't even realize that they are there. Woo, we have a lot of these other stresses that are pretty obvious, but not that one. And what I got around that is because we've been taught from a young age that we have to fear death. Now, most of us weren't directly told this. It was something like, our parents yelling at us when we were about ready to run into the street when we were a little kid. They might not have said that you were going to die, but in their head, in their mind, they thought that. And so you pick that up as a child. And what can happen is those beliefs, those energies can be embedded. So basically, through all your life, you have those hidden voices behind your head saying, you have to fear death, you have to be super careful. And while that seems like it would be helpful, having that constant voice in your head actually creates the stress. Much like, when you're young around like a hot stove, your parents might have yelled at you, oh, don't touch the stove, you're going to burn yourself. This is helpful in the beginning, but if every time from then on you went to cook on the stove, your parents' voice inside your head was yelling, be careful of the stove, how much could you enjoy your cooking experience? You couldn't. And so the surprising benefit of removing fear around death is that you can actually enjoy life more. Because since that experience I had, I've been so much more calm. I have this sense of peace, and I've still had my upsets, but when those have passed, I'm left with that calmness. And that calmness doesn't mean I want to die. I certainly don't. Actually, now I've noticed I even am a little bit more. I don't want to take big risks. And once again, it's often that can be as a response to those voices in your head yelling at you. You have to be careful about dying. And sometimes the response is to yell back at that voice and go, I'm going to do whatever the beep I want to do. And sometimes that is taking even more risks. Woo. So all the risks you've been taking, all the dangerous risks, danger to your body. I'm not talking about emotional challenges, but danger to your body. Any of those risks that you're doing or any of the people that you know are doing, do you choose to release and let all that go? Ugh, yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. So I'm going to be teaching an upcoming class. I'll give you more information about that soon, about removing those hidden fears around death and dying so you actually can enjoy your life more. Because what if you remove those hidden stresses? You can have so much more enjoyment, so much more peace with your life, and creating the choices you would like to create. So I'm Max Riggs, Energetic Awareness and Empowerment Coach. And I know this video can bring up a lot of stuff for people. So leave your questions below, leave me a comment, or send me an email because I really want to support you because this is a big, but also a very important topic.